Abuja mama kwa from like Black Media. Abuja KKD anene wane eye Mugabe wo TVXYZ ana Power FM. Na enkomodidie ekoso fa eye Agyapade document hu. Na ne KKD echense mu se wonim eye asofo mpanifo bi wo Ghana ha wo mudin wo Agyapade book nim. Another intention so a senior journalist bin so Ghana ha ebi te se Sefa kan edin wo book nim onu so nim hu bi afei po admo chenso so edin wo book nim na abusia eno ana KKD se nam so ma wone aye Sefa kan twetwe nkomo wo saa ne din a epi wo book no se ne enso bo wa se ebo nka se pamo wo se Sefa kan din na tam pa ye na abusia ma mekasa yentente no yenko tie aye KKD wa bra wone open friend say Mugabe twetwe nkomo emresisi.
Now I see it is the plan of the plunderers. It says to our future made up of the present and the unborn, for whom this will of a nation is prepared. To our foremost king of repaying the progenies spread across this world, for whom and to whom alone this sacred document is prepared. As the heirs of Nane Pianin Kwaframa, Nana Kuntum Kununku and Oforipeni, our people were never defeated in the wars of old. Such bloody idiots. We were nobody's subjects, and yet after 1957, we were made to live in the shadows of the descendants of people who never defeated us in war, while the Asante kingdom was uplifted to put us in the shade. In relatively recent times, the struggles and works of J.B. Dankwa to restore Ochimai to its original glory were thwarted, but he fought bravely to the end. And they continue. With the arrival of Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo, I added the full name because it's only Nana Bear, but yes, yeah, exactly. I've added that. That's why I'm stating it. We see the rebirth of the second J.B. Dankwa, who has come to the rescue. Fully cognizant that we are currently part of the modern nation of Ghana, the name of which was originally proposed by the illustrious son of Ufiripeni, Lai. J.B. Dankwa wanted Ghana to be called Akanland. He is not the one who proposed the name Ghana. Let's get the facts right. You can glorify your father, but if your father was a drunk, you cannot say he's the Archbishop. No. Glorify your father for the good things he has done. He's helped a few school children. He has married more women than, necessary because maybe the women were cheap in that area or things were so hard for everybody.
I think we can say
but it's annoying. It's annoying. But then you don't try and give the man credit for what he didn't do.
But don't take away from him.
No. You should take away what is not his due. My father is not the creator of culture and tourism. The creator of culture and tourism in Ghana. My father just had a small hotel and a club and promoted culture and tourism. I cannot come and say, oh, he created culture and tourism in Ghana. No. They go on. And aware that it is currently made up of other diverse peoples, we have to assert our old selves and ensure that we no longer continue to live in the shadows of other kings and people whose forebears we defeated in wars. In spite of our tremendous contribution to this Ghana entity, Ochimai has not been credited with the appropriate awe and grandeur that we rightly deserve in recent times. Such stupidity. And the contents of this document is a plan, a strategy for the plunder of Ghana. Name all the presidents of Ghana whose family was so stupid, acted like imbeciles, that they could sit and plan that let us rob the nation. Now when we go straight into this document later, I will show you what is happening in Ghana. And the fact that they can even name men of God. Otabil is named in there. That if he doesn't follow their plan, they will expose him and the women that he has been with, and they will deprive him of his following in church. It's all in the document.
The king.
Many are brand just 2 days ago.
Fantastic.
Program so no abekasa. Oh, ono de mintie no me woman me hu ade potia omo ya nam so bra so wintie na ya ha adwen se owodom. Na emom no man na ye wom na bi mu aye wom ho se wom no they live in an echo chamber.
Fantastic.
Into hwe baby a onya ne kakra wedi na ehọ pena wetie baby wetie bonkuma wetie nifa so wetie epuya na wetie atoye ese wiase ye wono nipa bebre ananke ebu wom se wom ye omama no Sana omi yakwatrikwa. Ye edenensa ako chef die mane twana. We di mirika ena yiri akwala no.
If no general.
And I saw the toffee be nation and wine, young family can generally say, see, and yanqua yen. I say, ya yen mubi. SCP. Say, woman qua ebefa on my Agyapade3. Now, woman qua arisa ameni. And see, what we yan semi. What we yan no credit for.
Fantastic.
What we yan trophy. Now, what was some sumpa. I won't mean come. Na beer. Ya can be a shawano. Na yanka bi shawano so dia na bi a uyo hufo.
These are the men of conscience. From the men of conscience.
Sabe, Rollins ma abayam wono boni.
We mun from the men of conscience or more dwene enye nkrofo asabi omo de omafuna mu. Yes. Omo sun commit me aye fanfu any fan saying Siko fans na nkomo kuso akudi akiri bi we KKD could be by me, scared the wire man because I'm not there with me, simple so akasa. But no. We say, I want to
one so dear, maybe a uyo fufu. If you say, I'm found podi here, I was Sefa, Sabe, Rollins ma abayam wono boy to your coon, the baba my Henry Kufu, on the or a younger semi. So it's a group of young people from that era. I am paying for an anteno. Say, ye to me, sorry, in Kano Krena. A bed and my friend be a sia, no more so I cannot create. Oh, mamma, and your car woka. Oh, mamma, and your what Daya we see. Alexander Fleming, I will to me who penicillin, a year my yin, you to me the tal cruise, and my ye. Sabe, no one fast was a we see a bronze do draw. Ah, with the monkey this year, Google messes and Kitisiano, or mobile hobby juicy caviar, or Moka brandy will be ho. Echo crocro. Hey, sanity. Don't you? Sam Sacram. Oh, mobile who we are, ever juicy car, or Moka brandy will be ho. Sanity. And Sicilia, baby.
Yes,
now, ma'am,
the bodyguards.
Ma'am, oh, a dear man, girls, new bodyguards, national security, girls, and now, and my girls, they obedient the lecturer. Could be a could be a just all corner. Lecturer, I said, I'll take girl, come. No, I can't be the actually. Can't also have 4x4, and your car coach. And to almost as your woman did Kakra Mono son. I should say, I'm here to Antias and Tiganas, I could see them. Ghana Danasi, so I could GIJ. We now, Danasi, if you say, why ye teacher me a wabuano, a manisiadi, and Yasidem. I should say, I'm for dinner. Now, you'll be away, you may be. And when you drop bank, you can see people Ghana. Hey. GIJ 23. National Security for Nabit Yako, should be Bimavisa Ghana and some big Koswa, I was saying. A Bimujidi say, a time for be, and a tunable, a same minute, at Sanasi, actually sacrate. Fantastic. In answer for being so actually, who said, so time for being a train and then your town for no. Or I should be to me film, you dance yourself. Maybe so did say, one, for an x-ray. Mean to me, Miss Sakra Wajin. If he say, it's no, now, Jimmy for BTS. Assembly by one more catcher, no. I say, don't confuse me with facts. I've already made up my mind. It's just on penocracy. And see, I didn't see a document in me, but I didn't see a sorry, oh, me, but I didn't see a sorry can once and me say, me who send me my document in air basu. Open you before I make a chance of him framing a maybe a piece of it. No men casting mention. In fact, made the text cross and then. Made this Sunday, no, and no, see me, Modi. Made this Sunday, no, see you political season in Tisana and Confor Becca. Now, so the deal document in the movie. Maybe you come up or much so the deal document in the only the ocean TV program now, which means your summer for as Sabe Sancron Foodi Bonia near Manadama say, Kokoyi and Omaye and Oho. me person obi de me be court ye ko gina court aye fani program ni nyina baako me a kyerɛ sɛ bani we buy na abegina ho be kan we bani we buy na abegina be kan we bani o ka kyerɛ sɛ me mfa adeama nipa na kwa me Sefa kan me ya if say kwa me yo sabe oya imiti so but ye dwuma numu no oya mabofra
so kwa me 74
enti me yakaka me kana sem dey say ye dwuma mu na me kana say lawyer sabe lawyer for no obi ni bebre but say obi senior me yakaka enti me di document no so no me bobrim ebi mo so di am hu me ba fe ni am hu ye ha me kra any banking sector any ni o me ye wo ho no nti yam fa ne se obi a ne trimu odin obi a ni pa bonini otim krom wa shada be dada we se so pese wo maye ye da achi anapa bia ma wo mu gotamu nsuo ennum ewie bia ma wo mu kerosene ennum enwumre bia so fa sawdust fafra sebe nkokɔ ejanan we the fry be bon kankankan na tete fa mo mo te se nia wo mo indomie no enti se eximodin for to me twere sa document na wo a wodi so ene me ono twere document no sebe hwan ni jimi for sebe enti adan na nipa bonifo bi na twere asemiya Ghana maye ni bisa mu nyina adan na nsam a wo mu ebem dodo na abemwi
implementing
dodo na abemwi enti se ni siani na twere say wo tamfo na twere ma sem bisa ne se nana adodankwa ekofuado ene mo ben no wo aban mu Ghana enyo bia no ni nyansan dodo na wo nyansan na ohianti so bi wo tumi no kasa nkrofo se if so we can baby oye adwuma ye be yinedi so we can baby the contract kakra bi a oye ne ye be gye finance mu enti dodo na ntumi nka no kre na fede me be hu ahemfo ani asefo wo mu no ena me bufu yi kra ahemfo se me fi ahemfie enti wo dia me yanko 3.0 also religion and chieftaincy
Agyapade document
mu bi
religion
and chieftaincy. The Ghana population is largely made up of Christians, such as a Ghana minor. We must bear that in mind in all our activities. It is therefore essential for the government to take an interest in the relationship between the government and the church. And minti ehuhia se abai ye behwe asori ene abai enhyehyɛ ye no. It is further evident that a large number of discerning Ghanaians are not comfortable with the proliferation of mushroom churches and their activities. Ghana for Dodwana and you mean just say a sorry kitten bebre woho na said ya sorry akasian woman yan ketwa answer no mobile akasia. And she said, more papa to more. Muncha criteria, this is visible in the large support and commendations received by Kennedy Agyapong when he declared war on the church. Meaning, this Kennedy declared war on the church. Governments can easily capitalize on this and quickly come forward with a legislation to regulate these churches. Legislation to regulate the churches, Nemum, a dear importing, a dear in kra, kra. Immediate examples include Rwanda and will bring an end. Okay, immediate examples. Now can include Rwanda. One only one example in Tineche, what Shreno Krano, or Brofukhrena Kakra. And will bring an end to the vulnerable women who have suffered years of abuse at the hands of these mushroom pastors. These issues notwithstanding, it is important to identify and profile some church leaders within the country as they seem to perpetrate an agenda against our political tradition. It's a chasama yetri, ne fapim, ne krakra ne se, osofu biara, wonka womechino, ya pe kwan bi, niya yese ye regulation bi niye ye kawanwa tum. They must be properly contained and muted. critically, Duncan Williams, his love for money is not in doubt, as material inducements and commercial gains make him vulnerable to market incentives. I just say, for Duncan Williams. Sorry, Africa, Kakrakapa Bako, Nioma Trafan, and Yakon.
Agyapade document.
So which says Duncan Williams or Dosika, your Dosika Crassi Yami. Na or Kaniama. And this means that he has a good nose for the highest bidder. Let's say, who are Uberman Isikano, Wono Bekasa, Amawo. His relationship with leading members of the NDC is an open secret. Now, on my pen, you say, we are software. Sabe, what domino? On my opinion, for Jumin Kahudi. And on my opinion, for Wome Disu, a sorry call Jumin Kahudi. Not just a papa, ye pay me. Niakrata nature, and Yania, Meme Canon. And here, I to say, it is therefore important to encourage the EC chair to build better relations and frequent his place as discreet as possible. And here, Pema EC Penino on Tai and Kodankan Williams ho Saniana Canoforia Council Echo Utabele Hono. Now, Uncle Pe spiritual directions. Now, on your firm pledges, say, Obeshe, Emaya transparent election. So she should frequent the place as discreet as possible to seek spiritual directions and make firm pledges of her commitment to a transparent election, knowing very well that he will further reassure the NDC establishment of the honesty of the EC system. Let's just say, Yenimuso Obana Nyokan, a yantro, but Obana can't, a any day, no, catch NDC for any say, Muna, if you saw Obana say, Betino Quari. This will give them the comfort we need in order to tame a potential NDC aggressive posture towards the EC. And no, and Nebemaya who Tobia here. It to me, Ajo NDC for none, Sanyabeya ECB Bonim Poa, on Chuminka. 3-1, Bishop Charles Agyapade3.
Honestly, do I just
Asofran who fefe.
Agyapade3.
It be a person. It do ready for you. You say me is a yes. Sata sebe. Me pobiasa. Me yeni ntoka. Also quite visibly an NDC sympathizer who only appears to speak whenever MPP is in power. He must be watched carefully. And so person which say or you be a which me who say or tremble NDC. Now or no sabi MPP or power pa. And or Cambodia air Koswo. He must be watched carefully. Our men within his inner circle have done pretty well with accurate briefs, but it is time to adopt an open muscular approach. Just a woman in Kromfudi Ashisha one a bay noon. Abobi Bekawa Wawun Tume. It's a woman young Kromfobika Abain Papana, woman in a Honsem Ebreno, Nasisia, and so ye na a fadia. Woman Kessi Missa, woman Yamwadin, any two maybe, and a connoisseur. Now, me say, the respect and esteem with which he is held by other leading pastors may need to be marred by recruiting other high-staged pastors to launch vile attacks in some ingenious ways. And see, a buona or war or my asofo no ntino ye behwe na ye tuatua pastors bi so wo magiden kakra na wo makansam bone afa no ho egunu enimu ase egunu ho fi. However, the president must desist from directly responding to him as advised by our people within his circle. Nemom President Nana Akufo-Addo onhweye na papa ne ka bibia wanko yia no. If you saw no one in Cromford, I yet you a woman bang, no, woman catch and say, so with me, now Papa Casano be here, no dear, Henry Bokitima, Obeshi Bujo. Next one, 3-2, some crunchy anchor. I just say, Kayi and Tra. Me, Bubani, a woman, and Yami Pedami will be say, about 1 million, about 1 million Ghanaians have this document. Religion and what? Religion and chieftaincy. Intermediate religion, says here. Some crunchy anchor. He is perhaps even more visibly a surrogate of the NDC. Also for our sorry. Yes, say Sabita Frache, a chrese Wayan who say NDC for Kasama for or NDC for Sabi Womakwa, who has cleverly concealed this aspect to appear as a national Christian hero, I beg your pardon, and say just or the Messi and or Yan who say Sabita Frache, a Christopher, a Wahano, Wujiramu painting, a Yubia Udikaiwum. And almost say a constant eye watch and monitoring of this man is required with specific efforts to contain his commercial interests, which have been identified. And in the Juma will be a cast of the and was a subject or software what's a sorry now, a sorry ye no, a sorry
Facebook Live, maybe I want to said
I say. Enti no mo tro mo ahwense we software anka tete no software no anka sorry sika wo de ye bibi anya wo dia enti wo hwa methodist school a wo si ya anya methodist software dia kan for na se si a na bia wa bon homodin wo mfi methodist wo mfi anglican wo mfi roman catholic en kronfo sika ne tight kakre wo de ya sorry ni wi a wo tumi bu edwuma bi so esi na sorry mani bi enye edwuma ni bi aye wo mo kire se ni nyuma nso a wo bue ene nea oya etumi di sika kakra brand ni le busuafo otumi di hwe ne ma na obi nso bo asori no wo mo behwe na sabiota frache wo makanache eno ne ye wom na ne some yanka about my brother Sam my brother Sam may I talk to you directly?
I'm sure.
We've been brothers since your days at St. John's and my days at Presec. This is what the Agyapade document says about you. So please pray. Let your prayer warriors pray, because we cannot let those who we have elected to service and giving them temporary possession of power now look at ways of belittling the men who teach people about the faith just because they want everybody to say hallelujah to them. We cannot let that happen. No more Pastor Mensa Utabi. Jesus. Well, we see, even though he is sympathetic to us, information suggests that the closure of Capital Bank has somehow affected his loyalty to Nana. Brother Kenoforiata's account of his demeanor on the night before the announcement of the closure of Capital Bank indicates he was not too averse with our decision. So I just said, Kenoforiata say, Anajona Ansana Adiachia Womoba announced say ye beto Capital Bank mono. Ochire mu echire Pastor Mensa Utabi no Sabi one funny name simu dindin say de bi chinchini amunyai. Na no na ama me bisa say ntini pa no semu ana. If say secretary chire say mo beto bank na ono ewo board no so bi no mu. Mo tumi ko ka chire na dia. And ya mo abin boni be no ye wuntia ono ne dia mentwe an kanche na mo ko ne bank ko bob besia the bank etumi je the best bank in the country sabiota frache bobra asemo wa yesuja akwa abrochire sabe akoye ejuma akwa Nigeria akosom abechira de abebie bank keteketi amaso enya customers dudu sei na mo betu bank no mu mpo a sabe sika mo na mo siese amode to bank no mu no edosum pim ese sika nka mo betu de save bank no na mo save bank na ma chira ne say yen save bank yinti no ye gi 50% of the shares of the bank ya de amagana for abaye hwesa 50% no so said that you be ba na onam GIPC Ghana Investment Promotion Center 15 years ago na me director of public affairs and communications ewo ho under President Kufua na nke bia sesika ne ba yesi sesika ya ba me ho ahin ha yenti no ehiafo amudoko ko mfuo no scholarship akwame nkroma ehwema akoko body ye ne tete no ye bebai mu mehiafo mamanya scholarship ibi ewidifo ne etimodemfo anye enso msi ya mo ese ya mo sen sabiota frache ade ya motwesi yi cathedral ya motwesi yi enti anpasa mudo nyankopon ena ne amodwenfa asofo hunie Now, I say the closure of Capital Bank indicates the strategic implication of Ken meeting with the pastor and subsequent feedback from his inner circle points to the impression that he may, out of spite, opt for an NDC replacement. Na say, woman said, Tafrache, Kayi woman faso, to bank no. Can a share or software no, and no so name chrome phobia ben software na. Hey, I saw for you. Na and chrome for a demo honey, yet you become anyone more. There are moles amongst you. It's serious. There are moles amongst you. Very serious. There are moles amongst you. So, and you know, Anya, or better say, or the NDC, and a BBC, and I said, also for the men say, we generally the pulpit. Akapoti say mom from NDC and mom from MP. Mom no a chira or chira obi ka semo ankani yi anu a chira mu say debi. Mekai free education by o say debi o. Say yetua nipa yi a nipa betua ono an ba school fees. Na wo mu eni bie ne de na ya boa wo. Na menti ase say me tie kwesi che. Wo say se Ghana ha. Sa me mani abrochire e no mu wa ha. Oh, mom free education, but bram me to be it. Me to ya bo be so to ya idea. Me to be school fees. Me need to come swap. Now you okay? And say I'm a papa, 86-year-old man. We 19,500. I'm will be so on Funko top ragia. And woman 500 so on Funko register. No fan ye Juma and 86-year-old man. Oh more by chronoda. Me ye bribe that. Makane 8 times on TV and then 9th time. Obi so to be TV Facebook or no bet show us here KKD what the young who say when you're bonny and the other also won't call running for election because who running for election and you don't say they also your crumb we going back sabiota fracture so papa ni nyansa into one chiro nyansa and now papa ye ria and no chiro so be it to man to me ye nyansa and was see a tia say a bit more CP. Say chronosika you fair. It's moment to us to say we should be reminded that an insider fighting you is more dangerous than the sworn enemy. Let's just say your true creative person just say Otabel or can PP for no. San umbeso mechre and yamen amesi according to the Agyapade3 document. Kayi and on. And you know, or to us to say in any case he appears to be more aligned with the Kufuor camp. President Kufuor Ojina Humi. Ojina. President Kufuor me force and so Alan and Sase Chinchinia, Alan in Yadia. Mama Futu. Say Mumo be a Shana Yibu. Namum po be a sabiota fracture, or between a canipana boom. Say Nuni Yaya, Yadinamiasi. Say Nuni Yaya Ghana Fue. Mummy Shebi film. Na okwan eda yenim wo a wo maboye krono na de mesama kabiom opanyin kwesi dakwa eduana ba a ofi adansi dompo ase adansi ni mapa a ne ma me nso nchi efisirem anu nti na me aba akwa de adiza ba akwa nso de ma me hawa o se kwesi abansika na mfa wonsa nka bidda. This was when I was at GBC, 19-year-old guy. Catch a bicycle, men for one bida. If it's a bicycle, we would want sacran. It is a wafa bafansika. Bafaya and yefra. Bafaya and yefra would be a channel dear a good formula. Sabionian nimpo libe husicano. And only 9 was a nipan far or the big Johnny a dinichi. Name mum sawa far. Sikana wafan and no mohon would about a sound here. Na saa yare na beto so wo ma ene wo nananom ene wo nana kanso amso mo amobo Ghana epu ene wo a wo mu ni bia mo ni bia wo mu asresre ene di honorable fo echi no munti ase okwan edam enim eto wo mu kan we fa Otabel ho no ene ko national chief imam e ho de metwa so ha dabi metwa so ha mo fa ntu TV no so na nkrofo kan ya dawo ma so
Adawruma yeslo.
It's a Christopher the Monte Kunipa. When the father the Amasa, Obia be fatwa also.
Yeslo. Yeah. My name Enfa Win. Yeslo Wadawruma. For the sake of our viewers and our listeners, Yeslo say who the chief imam the boss money. I said all the boss one.
They were had chance award the Namka when you meet the Namka.
My name for Win Tramas. Now come on ahead. Osinadaya Osimugabi, I'm really enjoying your show today, and I want to be in your studio tomorrow. I need a flyer. Please send it to me as soon as possible. As Osadoya said, we finish soon. Sibabi awobokon who said Adoyo. Or Sibabi awobokon who finish soon and was saying so much now. So medical how prepare the panel members and new boards now was saying, you find channel watch now on who said or Baha Abetrasi. Nadia Okano, on the Bia then Abet Peso. So what Ghana Lotto Operators Association. Muntie and Kayi. The Ghana Lotto Operators Association, your firm Groa, is calling all its members, the concerned Lotto Agents Association of Ghana, that is CLAG, and all Lotto operators in Ghana to a crucial meeting to discuss licensing issues with the NLA. Date near Tuesday, 13th August 2024. Time no 10 a.m. prompt. Venue no Tank Palace Hotel, Roman Ridge, Accra. It will be a WTS and Kayi Ghana Lotto Operators Association. Or much I say, Yakopo Aduma, Benada Edi Nimu, and then our 13th August 2024. And upon non Ukraine, and say we concerned Lotto Agents Association of Ghana, you cannot clag. And now I say, more Lotto Operators in Ghana, say, you're simple to meet Yamobesha, a crucial meeting. Nadia Nakoso. Yeah, a year Lotto Operators running association, we say, or more by discussing licensing issues with NLA. Hey, Samioku, Pasuya Honunu, and say, Uncle for no money, break. Hey, 4 months to go. Diana Boba. Into meeting, you say, Moon taking is serious. Say, Yamiya Duma, Tuesday, 13th August 2024. And upon non do crane our Tank Palace Hotel, our Roman Ridge. Ubia Beba, no Messim Kunya, Namabeka licensing issues with the NLA. Into Kayi Ghana Lotto Operators Association. Omasa na eshe asie bedamunina asi very well the king Ghana say mobo Mr. Mamin put okay to you na to us Ghana yenya mobo yenya na yi ya yenya no mu bi se momme ya aswafo nye openyin ya wo maame wo papa wo wofa wo soa upenyi ya wachirachirafo upenyi ya ukuro muhene ene mpenyimfo e wahemfie se wotu abama obi se ombesumwa onye upenyi oye wasoafo na asoafo ni nyina penyi no ne yefre no oman asoafo penyi ena eni ha wonti yetwa ne tia ene aye no man penyi ekrobie ni kwa oman asoafo penyi na ewo sika ewo tumi ese ni atumi nyinara eya ne dia me papa wo sika sen o man so afopen esa me papa ne osoro nyankopon onyankopon otwe dia po nyankopon ne me papa wo soro me papa wo asase so de eya openyin kwesi dakwa ebiana ba a ofi adansi dompo ase a onyankopon apone ne tumi ne nyansa ne bia ma ne se kwesi hwe fa we ye adwuma fe bi hwa wo yere fe bi hwa wo mma na wo mo nso etumi aboa bi enti se wodum pempenso bi a ni awo ama ne tumi se onfa mesum na wo ba no ho ban se oninye sikani na ne ho ha no na se daachi mpo no ojai presidency ni kotena fie mpo a obetua ne ka ekosi eda obewuo na every 4 years no so we fi presidency no mo no mo bepe cars nso asade amano mo besa amano office na mo amodi aban sika aya me no mienu yeto ya sade ahwe no no
so bokro no a anka sa nipa no kesi etwa na so etwa ne tachirema etwa ne nsa etwa ne nketi etwa ne tebia efise sa nipa no na ekire se oboman
Chasela
adan ne ese ye bibia mawo na chinchinia wonko ni webusuafo ena mo pese mo fa bibia menka mfa Ghana ho meka fa wiase bibiara.
it is sad.
Britain any me second home.
I know.
Sabi Ghana ne me first home sa na me papa ne me mama free.
I know.
Sabi ota French parliamentarian on an Improcoda hotel. I don't know see so Coda hotel sa no Coda hotel Coda fie. Ne bill or the parliament in team. Yes you okoje. Na Ghana hayeti ha. Emma president eti ho. Emma be a president. Say your president ama contract. Obi a president ama ni post. It will be for $34.9 million contract say. Maybe I'm a president bampana. Na meka na nipa na obi sam you say na say president ban mpana your president bra. And I'm saying any watch. Anya me child touch them. Na say be ta frache. Say president man brown na wo edia. Hwan mo dia. Ah nipa no so na say be ta frache. Auditor General, I said that I say this company doesn't really do anything. Umoji esitediko. It's a pam
for no weather.
Emomni am pam wo, emomni ya pam nkromfo aye adwuma ni nyina. Ene je adwuma no ma wo. Nti maybe say president ne sa anya bia wo bobra. Ede no kure apesika. Ede ahwa wo yire ne wo mma. Ana wo kira wo mma se ne ye bokro no. Ebedum le bia wo a obedi mampanyi bia wo krom ha no. Dachi woba pemampenye dia yampene esa na cha watete no krono mu adan ye pese enti kola no ko school no mu nkrofo abensi wo mo ni bia sin wo mo na wo mu so ye adwuma
no classmates
adan ye yesa
ini momo
adan meka ubenya obi asabe nkrofo ti ahoro tu nenum na abegyina TV so no point screen ono so no me mfie no banasa mo obegyina TV so no point screen
weather forecast
baby no some me mfie no ni nti say afi na sama ba matisi ase obi send me video obi send na so continue TV so ni nua ne me na me friend no na only ma Captain Smart my interview we na say Paul dey na here no say Paul say me can say be chira we say say o mama refie mu kramaya wo fie no no obepo na opa no mama wo fie wura no hu ni pe eba na wo so kramaya no mu na o me de kramaya ne ejina nchen na mama no kokotena sim na oni efire wura esi nkonye wi a wo kramaya ne yesan eka wo hye ebuo ketuo sika krona wo so yabo udi wa ha say wo ene kwa mi Sefa kan ne ebi mu yetua mo no say ya nukro ebi nko na ebi mba edamonim esa moti TV so menya kwan say sabe samoko hu school wo man ko hu school yankopon ado menya bibi offended nukro am de no so wan kan o say national no so dia madam fufo so a sabe o mu ye
alaji finish no be so mu di o ma traffic
every akraba ko ba me ho ne rekasa isa our tema you need together isa isa 74 isa 74 I say national chief man and here 3.4 Pacho make an official government must prepare an exit plan for the national chief imam. Obi papa otiase onwu you know what abai na obe prepare exit plan na manu. What nonsense is this? Hey, Obi papa otiase what mo abai mu no. Hey, and I'm about planning exit plan amano. What is this? Hey, no, what is this?
Agyapade document.
Oh my God,
this is serious.
Minti bida.
Wickedness no
This has become necessary in view of the fact that the demise of his deputy has created a vacancy. I just say, who be here if he say the deputy no wu ye no ama ekwan bia beda ho. Now the intense lobbying by the other Muslim leaders should be properly handled in the face of the promises we have made to each of them. Aye, Enti deputy no win wo ma preposition no. Wo be so me kire say na na kufu ado ne nkromfo. Ama wo mu nyina promises cause you need obenya position no. Now, government will need to find a discreet way of influencing the process of the appointment of the next national chief imam as well as the deputy. We and if I say, but down for and express our document here. Now, a high tempo ayantra document neoma dudu a woman a yano quarry nintino. Young Kosum Kase, oh, wait, Yana. Young Kosum Kase, and I am beside one summer say, hey, I am passing a nipper that's in the I say the candidates for this should be well verified party sympathizers. I just said, yeah, I've seen it, Chief Imam. I see making sure, say, or your MPP party sympathizers.
Chief Imam Mui. Chief Imam Wawu. Hey!
There has to be a march in this country. The youth must march.
It's as a plan.
Christians, everybody must march. Everybody must march.
Chief Imam.
There's so many
plan. The
candidates for this should be well verified party sympathizers who are likely to stand with the party in crucial circumstances. And so one be to me Gina say you before see Chief Imam onwe ya nine. And the deputy na waka be ya nine. I was say one more your party for
it's about me.
I say be ba one be to me Gina akabi amayen. The bain ya can say yam for religion any state emfra. About the saying and a failure near you do me. I say Nana has shown his love for the Zongo community. Oh my God. Nana has taken bold steps towards breaking the NDC monopoly of the Zongos. Now NDC, what monopoly of Zongos? And so some just a Zongo for no be any on one again. A party for a chill move again. As a son, I say founders crowns, no sure. President in a bachelor woman founders. President Abeno be a historian. Emma, I may perhaps a dear Balcoming, I'm not bet to a mammy pane. Jebi Dankwa, letter or chair, and just say, on no book, I'm in Krumechi. On Pese Ghana, even your independence. Any Buzi and so letter or chair, on no some Pese Ghana in your independence. And until the Dana coming Krume, age independence now, or Casano. So, no, a Jebi Dankwa, no Jennifer Mushy. We do not say come for a Shatawali stage. Sabita French. Now, Bobre years, and I would no cry. Man, I must say, no man, I'm pay independence. Son, I'm a whole trouble for say, Mamunya, your home cool, Munkasunia Su, Wait. Let us make who no kind dear Mr. Obden, I exceedingly regret delay in replying to your 2 letters. This man, Kwame Nkrumah, who is now leader of government, government business, has started his tricks again. This time, he who is government is inviting all the political leaders and chiefs to join him to send an ultimatum to His Majesty's government of the United Kingdom for self-government now, and if rejected, to declare positive action strikes and boycotts, etc. There has been hectic activity all over the place, and on Sunday, we of the UGCC, Oba Bofuon, I say then, met at a great meeting. Okay, I mean, hey, many years I'm going to check you, diabetes of I see that there has been hectic activity all over the place, and on Sunday, we of the UGCC met at a great meeting, and turned down his challenge flat as being an invitation to criminal conspiracy against law and order. Now, wait, at it what's here, or your founder? Adiana Yenina ya preno, ni ano kani. What's here, Yenina? Are you crazy? I know make us a papa one for and you know the culture and tourism by. Or any water kitchen, or any little kiosks, or any farm, and our town and sassy, and no see not dying, and or any properties. Mean to make us on the culture and tourism by Ghana. But no quite way up the dead. What the work has then found this? What problem with your travel from a found this on bet? I see. I had to be at a way Kumasi for long periods. That Massa. Nonsense. Ghana young Shani and Shia Bakwa someone. At it Kwaba being track them a one shot. You be Kuya himful. Young pet na yen Siano Quaria. At it Kwabi Baba Dada and Ramon, as some way your mammy calamity. Which one is my camera? That one. Ghanaians, do you understand this? You may love somebody dearly. You may elect somebody unconscionably. But once you elevate people into positions of attention, affection, or power, it does not mean they determine what is true. Truth itself is the ultimate power. Kind of way. Ubetumi ama urefi ho akoto ababone na emom se wuyi obi na wo mani tumi wia eno nkyere se ne ono ka bia eye nokware emom nokware eni tumi nyinara panyin moma ye nyina ye mpe nokware na ye nhwe se ye yi obi si beebi a ye bɔ no ho ban na ne yesi de ma ne ye de ama no for my kapra ya chinatum US president bi baia or the name your bema on try case bakumpo or court da. Aye, Attorney General. And Nunti President no mukuno no. Office no. And from 4 year shemra. A US code 3110. Aye, the code on nepotism. Say win to me for win ya we busuani and omutu muchre ni name. And measure position be and now me promoting. I just said, baby, what I just said, me pan in your yen, or be to me yet until you're bear the sir. I just saw my bebo because I just saw Dachi, I dance in Ibi bar. Natural no see I dance a phone choir, so near me, Ria Gan is seeking na. Not Dachi, I would any bar, or no see near Ria Gan is seeking na. Not Dachi be sabi Dagati in Ibi bar, or no see near me Ria Gan is seeking na. When me come say I want to see, and the for party our woman, and fan Tom our bomb. Near a bonnet, CPP mo, GCPP mo, Equia Donko mo, NDC mo, MPP mo, Bonnie, a your money. See and to me, yes, idea. Na yen na ye yatitikwa. Metias yes and nipper P and Yakukudro. Obiso mo wa kukudro bo no mo na mo atante rotanecho. Yes, our contract we be a contract be 2 million. And so I contract 17 million on Nkronfo akwachi. It will nim no be kasa. Sani Nkronfo si yenya file on Nkronfo so no. Ya ben asem be asem ye nyame asem ni. As you ninja ko contract bi mi nkwachi no. Ana nko pa ba dia asem nka no. Ni e pempo dia asem ni mire bi mpo na ye abanfo from ponso da wo so no. Obani say, I was never raped. I would never say I've been raped. Every single Obani statement will be here. We ye papa, we fruit, a dear pa, our breachy my one, ye piano, a crumha, who fruit dear pa, ye choba form. I just said, Okoko to a Jimmy for, any for, any abomine for. Ade.
The Canadian origin acquired my bottle.
Near me, Jam acquired say,
I saw from the native.
What we say,
as a planner,
maybe oversee the national situation as regards the media landscape. Phase 1. We envisage that the role of Kojo Nkrumah will continue to be crucial in our quest to dominate the Ghanaian media landscape. He was super when planted around some of the big weights of the Eswa Mills Mahama government. Now, our Joy FM, no, ni secret recordings or ye efa one no more by moon. A boa ema ye woman discussions. Emma a boa me ye strategy. A no sunti na ye tumide a winning landslide 2016. Or twas to say, and young one was say Gabi actually darko a ye bibia say Obama young man could job on Nkrumah promotion see substantive information minister. I got one at Obama. Maybe I got it. Oh, we are to Obama one. Hey, Ghana for any akoto. Enjoy a president the wish in Grovo Kokutu no na chief. Sani echi. That be crime some no won't go with but yin to each. This is more so when we cannot vouch for the credibility and loyalty of Mr. Dr. Mustafa Hamid at crucial times. He, Mustafa, was the longest serving spokesperson of Nana, but we were shocked when Nana caught him stealing campaign cash. Hey!
You are suffering.
Kutia boy. Kutia boy, Sranira. Asam Kasia Bafran Kasi Sunti. I say you is Rabbi say it is now obvious that Kojopo Nkrumah has an ultimate presidential ambition. And he would duty say as he a buano na ye children say you better nichi. Na ne support no and he about committee media obema media capture agenda. And omutu aso say in 2021 to 2024 no, Gabi has already convinced Nana to move Kojopo Nkrumah to the communications ministry to continue the clampdown on the opposition, as well as the not too friendly radio and television stations. He is already excited about this promise on two grounds. He will be deemed to remain one of the loyalists for the future. Secondly, that ministry has one of the richest, hence a conduit for him to increase his personal financial muscles for his presidential ambition. And here, just so much as it we piano ministry beer, Sikawa Hosene Bay to me about chrono.